Hey everybody, it's your girl Bondy Blue and I'm back for another power review. Yes, y'all, things are getting very interesting. It did not end the way I thought it would. Like, I was confused about the last scene. I was just like, wait a minute. Is something different happening from what I thought was happening? We're gonna get into that. But let's go ahead and start. So, Tariq is a part of the plot, okay? We all knew that Tariq was a part of this plot with Vincent to get $2 million out of Ghost to make up for the money he costed Vincent by giving him baby Tylenol instead of opioids, okay? Or whatever that was supposed to be. Alright, y'all know they be giving them kids anything nowadays. Thought they can just go to the doctor and get a prescription for, girl. I don't understand. But either way, Vincent tells his boys he plans to kill all three of them as soon as this is over. As soon as he get his money, all three of them, okay? The thrice of them is gonna die. Tommy and Ghost agree to stop trying to kill each other long enough to save Tariq. They need to clean Benjamins, okay? So Ghost goes to Tate to ask for $1 million of his campaign funds. Tate says, I ain't giving you a dime of my money. Like, I'm not doing this with you. Ghost decides then to blackmail him with the recording of that young man named Alphonse saying that Tate was skimming from the collection plate, okay? Basically, he's been taking money out of his election fund. You're not supposed to do that. Using it for personal matters, you're not supposed to do that, okay? That's illegal from what they tell us. So Tate says, my money better be replaced. Do you understand me? I mean, it better be replaced before the accountants gotta look at the books. Do you understand me, James? Okay, this little mustache. I cannot. Tate reminds Ghost that he was one of New York's finest. And Ghost is like, yeah, I remember you was a police officer. Okay? He was like, yeah, so that means I'm not your bitch. I said, okay, Tate, if that's what you say. So Tommy goes to Jason and gives him the check to get the product to sell, to get the $2 million, to get Tariq out of this precarious situation. Jason asks why? Why is he buying all of this? Wait. And Tommy says, do you really care? I mean, as long as you're getting your money, do you really care, Jason? You know what I'm saying? And Jason is like, I guess not. But we know Jason cared. That's why he asked. In order to get more help with the plot to get Tariq back, Ghost asks Dre to help him. Dre thinks it's a setup, okay? You know, you don't trust me. You gonna trust me to do some illegal stuff? How you know I'm not gonna go back and say something to Sax? You know what I'm saying? All of this. And Ghost tells him, well, it's an opportunity for you to get in good with Jason since he's looking for a new distro. You was interested in that position, correct? Okay, then. This would be a good way to get in. And, you know, of course, Dre says, what about Sax? And Ghost says, well, Tate can take care of your daughter's situation, okay? We can try to get Tate to handle this so we can get your daughter out of this whole little situation that she in with Sax, holding her, you know, dangling out the window and all of that. Terrible, just terrible. Dre agrees, but wants to know why he trusts him. And Ghost says, I don't trust you. That's why you'll be working with Alphonse. And here comes Alphonse. And I'm like, why are they giving us Alphonse? Like, I didn't even remember him. He was in one scene last season, and they bringing him back up like there's some backstory that we missing. And I'm just like, now wait a minute now. What's happening here? Tommy asked the crew to help him sell, okay? But it's gonna be for the free 99 right now, all right? It's to save Tariq. 2-Bit and Spanky don't care about that, but Big Grim is loyal. So he said, you know, he's down, all right? A kid could get killed, he down to help, okay? Y'all should really let this kid get killed. But you know what, Big Grim? I appreciate your heart, all right? I appreciate your heart. And once he says that he'll do it for free, then 2-Bit was like, all right, man, I'll do it. And then Spanky was like, well, you know, I guess. Like, I guess, you know, if he gonna do it, I guess I gotta do it too. Ghost got all this weight in the back of his car. And he gets pulled over by Rodriguez and another pretty black lady cop, okay? And we like, what's going on here? Well, apparently they're investigating Joseph Proctor's death. And they want to talk to Tariq because they know he was at the house and the back door was propped open as if somebody left it open for Joe to get killed, okay? So yeah, they're speculating and they want to talk to Tariq and they want to talk to him now. The next thing we see is Vincent rolling up on Tasha. We didn't really get to see how Ghost handled that situation, but obviously, you know, weaseled himself out of it like he always does. Vincent rolled up on Tasha and tells her about Tariq's kidnapping, of which she knew nothing, because Ghost does not put it in the forefront of his mind to call Tasha and let her know that their kid has been abducted. Vincent tells Tasha she should keep her foot on Ghost and Tommy's neck to make sure that that money shows up on time. When he gets back in the car, Tyreek is like, see, I told you. Like, really banking on the fact that your people would do whatever. And also banking on the fact that Ghost didn't tell Tasha, okay? Tyreek knew his daddy wasn't going to do the right thing. Ghost goes over to Tommy, and Keisha's pissed off because y'all know Keisha don't want no pies or no Ghost or no Tasha, all right? And then soon as they finish arguing about whatever, here come Tasha coming in to argue because she's mad that they didn't tell her about what was going on with Tyreek. Have you lost your mind? Not telling me about what's going on with my son. Tasha says she's going to help clean the money, okay? Give her the books. And Keisha is like, no, I'm doing it. And Tommy is like, please, Keisha, please let Tasha look at the books. Let her help. Come on now. It's her son. So now everybody's going to have to put aside their differences and work together to save the detriment of the syndicate, which is Tyreek. Tyreek will be the downfall of the syndicate. He is bringing way too much attention that they didn't already need. You know what I'm saying? They already got the situation with Ghost, but here come Tyreek with selling the drugs, and then what happened with Raina, and now you propping the back door open and getting phone calls right before the murder, as if somebody wouldn't check those phone records. Like, what? You know, like we have to let go of all logic on this season of Power, okay? Let go of any procedural police things that you know about, any laws, anything that would make sense in the real world. Forget all of that. It's the last season of Power. This has to go off without a hitch. The way we wrote it. Ghost gets called away by Ramona to have a meeting with Tate. Okay, he has a fundraiser going on, and they really want to get the big hitters in the room so that they can get some money, and some good money. But it kind of involves Tate pandering to people that go against his base, all right? He doesn't want to disappoint the base. But James has the idea, have everybody come with their checkbooks, all right? And set up little private meetings. Let them feel like whatever they want, that's what you gonna go ahead and vote for. Get this money, take these pictures, it's gonna be good. And then when other people who got money see that these people gave you money, then other people gonna want to give you money. So yes, at the end of the day, no matter how much Tate can't stand him, Ghost is really good at this political game. And Ramona wants the D. She wants the D, 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 she wants the D. She wants the D, 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 she wants the D. She want it. I see it. Look at her. She need it. She wants the D, 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 she wants the D. Keisha is messing up these books. Okay, when Tasha takes a look at it, she's like, oh my God, Keisha, what is this? You were supposed to buy way more hair dryers than this. And what's that? You have to make sure your vendors take cash. Like, y'all thought Keisha could handle this. I told y'all Keisha wasn't built for this. Y'all didn't want to believe me. Now we taking a look at the books, and the cooking ain't right. Okay, so now Tasha gonna have to fix the books. While they having this conversation, Zig, the drug dealer, comes in looking for his drug money. He's also trying to holler at Keisha on the way in. And Keisha's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, whatever. And when he leaves from getting his money, Keisha asks, what's the deal with that dude? Why he coming up in here, Tasha? What's going on? I said, I thought y'all wasn't friends, baby. I thought this was all about cleaning this money. Why you asking questions, okay? Like, why you not minding your business? This sound like a friend conversation you trying to have, Keisha, all right? But Tasha admits, because she can't really lie to Keisha. Keisha know her. You know you ain't about to mess with that boy, okay? Get out of here with that. He a dope boy. That ain't even your style. Look at him. I said, but wait, don't she like dope boys? Maybe she don't like dope boys. Maybe she like dope men, which is what Tommy and Ghost are at. But she admits that she's selling drugs through the daycare using one of the moms for him. And Keisha is like, oh my God, Tasha. And Keisha says, well, I wonder how much more we can get her to sell. So they go down to the strip club where the stripper work at, and she got all the girls twerking and hurting and passing off drugs. And I just kind of felt like they was not being sleek about it at all. The drug dealers do it better, okay? They do the handshake and the money and the drugs exchange real quick. You don't really see it, okay? Like, you got to be real close or at a certain angle to see that. Nah, like, they putting it on a nigga's thigh in plain view and shit in the middle of the club. Like, I was just like, oh, all right, they gonna get y'all caught. But Tasha and Keisha seemed to be happy with it. They was in there. Yay, all this ass gonna make us some money. Y'all, the weight is definitely being moved. Everybody is on their job. 2-Bit, Spanky, Big Grim, Tommy, Ghost, Tasha, Keisha. Everybody's on their job. Dre is working with Alphonse, right? Alphonse is waiting outside the store across from the Corner Boys. You know, that's a rival gang or something like that. He gonna wait for him to get off the corner, and then he gonna start selling on that corner. That's what his plan was. Well, that's not a part of Dre's plan. He ain't got time for this. So he pulls out his knife, goes across the street, and stabs the dude right on the street and walks off. I said, I guess that corner just freed up very quickly. Like, Dre and his worry of Alphonse, you know, and Alphonse not really saying much. Like, a lot of this is being sped through, I feel like. I don't know what's happening with the Alphonse situation and then Dre. Is it just me that felt like something was missing in that part? Ghost and Tommy get the money, and they're on their way to make the drop to Vincent in the car, okay? And I think at this point, as much as Ghost loved Angela, I think he's over it. Like, I think he's over wanting to kill Tommy for it. We've hurt each other. We've tried to kill each other. Let's just get past it. We may not be friends, but you my brother. And, you know, this is a time that family comes together, and we seem to be coming back together. He ain't saying all of this, but you know this is the conversation he was trying to have. But Tommy is not trying to hear it. Tommy is still mad. Tommy ain't trying to be your friend. He said when this is over, they can go back to doing whatever they was doing, meaning that we can go back to trying to kill each other after this is over. I said, wait a minute, what? Like, y'all are killing me, because y'all almost had me in my feelings wanting y'all to make up. Now I just want y'all to kill each other and get it over with. But on the way, you know, during this conversation, a car from behind them pulls up and skirts in front of them and gets them to jump out. And when they realize it's Jason and his boys, Tommy was about to start busting. But Ghost tell him, no, we are outnumbered. Don't be stupid. I ain't trying to die tonight. So they got out the car, and Jason is like, what's going on? Y'all got all this money, and y'all owe me money. You owe me money for protection, even though you slipping my detail. Then you over here owe me money for killing old boy. Like, it's just... Jason is doing too much, and I feel like they've let Jason live for too long. Jason got to die. I know nobody wants to do it, but somebody's got to do it. He's got to go. Because you could have waited. Vincent apparently can't wait. And I think he knew what was going on. So it just makes me even more upset that they didn't just blow Jason's head off a couple of episodes ago when they first realized that he was pitting them against each other. Once they realized that he was pitting them up against one another. When they get to Vincent's and Vincent realizes that they don't have two, they only have $1 million, he puts some oranges in a bag, brings out Tyreek, ties him to a chair, and beats the shit out of him. I enjoyed every minute of it. I was like, oh, yeah, get him. Get him again. Get him again. Get him again. I wanted him to be messed up worse than he was, because he was all right. Okay, Vincent untied him, even though they thought he was going to slit his throat. Vincent untied him, let him fall on the floor, told Ghost and Tommy they got 24 hours to get the rest. They left. Tyreek is like, bro, that wasn't a part of the plan. He was like, and it's my plan now. Okay, you said they would have the money and they ain't have it. When they get back to Tommy's, they tell Tasha and Keisha that they need to get the rest of the money. Keisha says, Tasha, you ain't gonna say something because they need drugs, but they can't go back to Jason after all of this, okay? So, obviously, Tasha has to get with Zig and get drugs from him, okay? And Ghost and Tommy are like, wait a minute, you been moving weight and you ain't tell me about it? And she was like, are you fucking serious right now? Because he was like, that's foul, Tasha. You ain't tell me so I can at least check him out. And she was like, no, I don't want him knowing nothing about y'all. And I'm like, why? I'm trying to understand why. Because he's such an underling. And Tommy could have him popped off quickly. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why she wants to go, you know, go along with this like this. But I guess because as long as he's underestimating her, she can stay out in front of him. But once he realizes who she really is and what she's really capable of, then he might become more of a problem for her. So, you know, Tasha always is playing, you know, playing the game smart for the most part, you know. So we're going to hope, hope and pray that sis, you know, is a good queen pin and got a plan in all of this, right? Tommy tells Ghost that they need this. So he needs to suck it up and let Tasha go and save the day. When Ghost leaves, Keisha tells Tommy that she tired of this, okay? That's why she don't even want to fool with Tasha and Ghost, all right? Because they always got something going on with them, and she wants this to be done when it's done. And I'm like, what exactly do you want to be done, Keisha? Because you do realize that Tommy is a murderous drug dealer, okay? I don't know how many times we got to tell you this, okay? He is a lifelong criminal. He is not doing anything different. Ghost is the one that's trying to get out of the game. Okay, your old man wants to be in the game, okay, wants to ride this wave until he goes out in a blaze of glory or an OD from cocaine, okay, after a really fun night. So either way, I don't know what's going on in Keisha's mind, but I kept telling y'all she wasn't built for this. But she want to be Tasha so bad. Tasha gets the weight. The police come in and ask about Joe's death. So she tells Keisha to stay in the office with the weight, okay, while she have this conversation with Rodriguez and the black lady cop, okay? They want to talk to Tyreek, all right? They had a conversation with James. He didn't tell her about it. She didn't even know that Joe was dead, y'all. I couldn't believe that. I said, girl, you didn't know Joe was dead after all of this? She told them that it is Mrs. Green. It's Miss Green now. She is getting a divorce from James, and she doesn't live at the penthouse, so she didn't know anything about this. And they want to talk to Tyreek. She says that she gonna hook up the meeting. Okay, she gonna get it together. Tasha goes to Ghost's office as Tate is telling him to run him his money or run him his fade. Shout out to Apple Watts. Okay, she pissed that he didn't tell her about Joe. He says it slipped his mind with all of the stuff going on. And Ghost suggests that they make a deal with Vincent because he's not going to want the cops sniffing around, right? So Tasha says, set it up, but I'm going to go with Tyreek because it's safer for him, okay? And also Vincent is more likely not to overreact or think it's some bull if it's not Tommy and Ghost. When they meet up in a car, Tyreek is pretending like he's scared. And I'm like, you a snake. How could you put your mama through that? That is terrible. Oh, I can't stand Tyreek. When they get in the diner, Rodriguez is like, you sure you don't want to talk about this down at the station where there's more privacy? We ain't going to nobody's police station. Ask your questions. When they asked Tyreek about the back door and why he was leaving out the back door, whatever the situation is, why was his back door propped open? What's happening here? And y'all, Tyreek was a spin all this like a mug, okay? He turned the emotions on, and Tasha was sitting up there in awe, shocked, appalled at him lying the way he was. He said that there's a white guy who lives in their building who he always sees in the elevator that's always saying he's going to call the police on Tyreek because he doesn't think they deserve to live in that building. Tasha instantly knows that that's some bullshit, okay? But he says he started leaving out the back door for that reason. He says, I'm sorry about Mr. Proctor. Okay, I really am. I'm so tired of everybody dying around me. Everybody's always dying. He was putting it on. And Rodriguez knew he was putting it on, but he was putting it on so good that there was nothing she could do about it but look mad. When it's all said and done, Tasha and Tyreek are walking back to Vincent's truck. And she's like, why did you lie in there, Tyreek? And he was like, what difference does it make? They're going to kill me anyway. And she was like, I'm not going to let that happen. And he says, it's not under your control. I heard him say he's going to kill all three of us once he gets his money. And when she goes to hug him, oh, baby, she realizes that he's been beat up and his stomach and all of that is all bruised up. And he tells her, act like ain't nothing happened when they go get back in this truck. She tries to get back in, but Vincent said this is the end of the road for her, okay? Run him his money or run him his fade. I mean, y'all, every time running the money, that's all I hear in my head is damn Apple Watts. I forgot to say that Tyreek talked about going to get hot chocolate when it was happening. But he didn't mention that Joseph's daughter was with him at the time. So, yeah. Hope they don't, look at any security footage from the place, like Lord. Tasha goes back to her place to tell everybody what happened. And Grim comes in, they was at Tommy's place. And Grim comes in with only $40K because Zig's drugs are trash, all right? Then they need to take his money, okay, immediately. Tasha said that they should rob the fundraiser. They're going to have all these heavy hitters in there with their checkbooks and jewelry on. They can make a killing, clean the money, insurance, Tate's a hero if he can save the day. Like, it was y'all, it was a perfect plan. And guess who started that plan? Tasha. Okay, I just want to say that. Keisha says, well, what if something happens? What about Tyreek? And they're like, okay, we need a backup plan. And I'm like, you know, Keisha, you thought you was having a smart moment, but really you was creating a problem and wasn't trying to solve it. But we appreciate your input, because now they decide that they need to have the backup plan. So in order to get, you know, some eye-to-eye leverage with Vincent, Tommy and Big Grim kidnap one of Vincent's boys. Somebody close to him, a family member, cousin, something like that. At the fundraiser, Tate asks Ghost how he got the money back to his account so quickly. Ghost says, don't worry about how. And he gives him the recording of Alphonse saying that he was, you know, skimming money off the top. Ghost, Tasha, Ramona, and Tate are all selling this dream that Tate is the man that is tough on crime. Dre and Alphonse aren't seeing eye to eye, and Dre doesn't know anything about the robbery that's about to happen. So he peeping out a lot, especially when he sees 2-Bit and Spanky. He also realized that Alphonse had some type of side hustle. So, you know, he was mad because he was confused because he didn't know what was going on because nobody told him about the robbery. When 2-Bit and Spanky come in, and then Dre sees them, and then they start robbing everyone. 2-Bit and Spanky come in, and Dre sees them, and then 2-Bit sees Dre. But then Dre runs off, and 2-Bit had, you know, pulled his gun out and all of that, but, you know, he was gone, right? Dre was gone after that, okay? He ain't had no pause to the rest of this. 2-Bit goes back in, puts on his mask, and then it's 3 of them and Alphonse. So I'm guessing it was Big Grim, 2-Bit, and Spanky, and then Alphonse. So they robbing everybody, you know what I'm saying? And Tasha is, you know, being very smart. Give him the watch, James. Just give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, putting it on real thick, right? And after they finish taking all of the jewelry and stuff from people, 3 of them, 2-Bit, Spanky, and Grim, leave. But Alphonse stays and puts a gun in Ramona's face. And y'all know Ghost is sweet on her, so he did not like that. He took his gun out, handed it to Tate, and then walked with his hands out. Hey, man, you don't want to do this. You know what I'm saying? What you trying to do? You ain't got no backup. This ain't smart. This ain't the way to play it. Tries to talk him down, but Alphonse beats him with the gun. Tate pulls out the gun, tells him to stop. Then he turns like he gonna point the gun at Tate, and Tate shot him. To remind y'all that Tate was a police officer. The police crew is outside, the ambulance is outside, and the news people are outside talking to Tate about how he was such a hero, how he's going to be tough on crime, and he also let them know that he knew Alphonse, and Alphonse he knew was smart, and he doesn't know what made him turn down the wrong road. But he wants to put an end to the young men having to be in situations like this. He wants to help the community. He wants to be tough on crime, okay? He won that election. He won the election with this. Like, I'm telling y'all, can you imagine if that would have happened in real life? Like, especially for, like, gun-toting Republicans. They would eat that shit up. Oh, look at the niggas killing other niggas. So from all that, they got the extra $1 million. Tommy and Ghost go to make the drop with Vincent. And when they make the drop, Vincent tries to, you know, set it up, pull another car, pull up so they can't go nowhere, you know, tell him you're gonna kill him. And guess when the backup comes through? Benny. Benny was the backup. At some point, we saw Ghost talk to Benny. Ghost told Benny about a client that Joe said he was at his place hiding from. And whoever that person is, probably the person that killed him. He gave him a name. I forgot the name. We all know that's not who did it. But doing that, and then Tyreek dropping the little girl off the Bennies, made him feel some loyalty to protect them. So he shows up and tells Vincent, unless he wants war with Benny and his people, he gonna stand down, take his little money, and go on his merry way. And Benny came through. This is when Tommy realizes that Ghost knows that Tommy was the one that killed Joe, all right? And they have this moment where Ghost goes to the car, but then he comes back, and Tommy's just kind of standing there, and they kind of look at each other, and then Tommy walks away. It's the part I was confused about, because I thought that Tommy realized that Ghost wasn't trying to mess over him by telling Benny that it wasn't him, because he could have still told Benny that it was Tommy and had Benny come and show up and kill Tommy. He could have definitely done it that way, but he didn't. I felt like he was not only trying to protect Tommy, but you know, it was in everybody's best interest for Benny to think it was somebody else, okay? So I thought I was seeing something different, because when Tommy gets home, he tells Keisha that the timeout is over because Ghost probably is more mad about Joseph being killed than about Angela. And I'm like, where did you get that from? Because meanwhile, Ghost is at Tasha's apartment telling her that he just figured out that Tyreek helped Tommy kill Joe. He's the one that left the back door open. And she says he was just lying about that back door. So they put 2 and 2 together and realized that Tariq got them fucked up. And we see next episode when Ghost tells him, don't ever think you smarter than me, son. Don't make that mistake again. And the way he said it to him, it was like it was Ghost talking to Tariq, not James talking to Tariq. It's always been James talking to Tariq. Okay? It's James that doesn't really put his hands on him and all of that. But that looked like Ghost that was talking to Tariq right then. Like, if you want to know me as a drug dealer I am, if you want to know me as the matter-of-fact murderers come in your house in the middle of the night and leave no fingerprints except for on the outside of the windowsill, like, he'll do better next time. But, you know, his part ain't to be played with, and he's unaware. But, yeah, y'all, that was Power. I enjoyed it, y'all. Even though they had my nerves bad, y'all. They had my nerves so bad the whole episode. But I enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And support your girl's channel. I have a Patreon account. The link is down below. I have a PayPal, a Cash App. I appreciate everybody that sends me money because they enjoy a review. It is much needed and appreciated. I love y'all so much. All my bonbons. I fools with y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one.